just picked up this bedroom set for free, and the bedroom is from the 1940s. It is a beautiful mid-century modern set, so I can't wait to get my hands on it. Welcome back to A Life Refurbished. My name is Melissa, and today we're gonna be refinishing an entire bedroom set. The family that I got this set from lost a loved one, and I believe they did a estate sale and were not able to get rid of the set, so I ended up getting it for free. And today I'm gonna show you that you don't have to break the bank to make your home look expensive, and we're also gonna make some extra cash to pay for my dog surgery, so stay tuned and don't go anywhere. The first piece is an 8-drawer tall boy, ideal size for most potential buyers. The stain finish that definitely reflects its age and wear, it's full, and I mean full of scratches. The design is on the simple side, but among one of the features that makes it worthwhile saving it is the MCM design base, and that is made out of wood veneer over real solid wood. It doesn't have a maker's brand, but nonetheless, it's well constructed. The nightstand is missing its backing, but I don't mind it, and once refinished, it will still look expensive. My plan for this set is to use a combination of paint and stain that will make it look on the pristine side, but let's see how well it stands first. If you look at the front drawers, you'll see that they have a couple of grooves on each one as part of their simple design. I started getting the idea of an apothecary look. The style usually displays a lot of small drawers, and even though that's not what we have on the inside, on the outside we can definitely make it look like it. It makes for a cool looking modern design, one that sells well in the Twin Cities area here. I sprayed simple green over a few areas here that felt a little bit sticky and scraped them off before I could start sanding. Today I'm smoothing out the deep scratches as much as possible with a round of sanding with 120 grit. But I could see that even with lots of sanding, some of the dents were too far gone on the top. So my initial idea of staining the top is fading away right now. I also found that the base had two very different wood tones. While the front had mahogany veneer, which is red, and had damage, the legs were made with a very light and somewhat yellow color wood. I'm not a wood expert, so I'm not sure what kind this is, but it's important to notice and mention it as it will help me figure it out what product to use for refinishing. As you can already guess, sanding created a lot of dust, so I'm just vacuuming any leftover and wiping any of it off. The nightstand has a couple of wood pieces that I'm sure used to help holding the backing, but since we no longer need them, I'm prying them off. So I've decided to go for an apothecary look for these dressers. That means that the long drawers are gonna look like they have 3 individual ones. I'm gonna take advantage of the grooves that are already part of the drawer design. That I'm gonna drill a lot more hardware holes. So I created this template that I'm gonna be placing on top of each drawer, and hopefully it's gonna be a time saver for me. Let's get going. Here, I just had to make sure that my template was aligned with the drawer, and I used tape on both sides before I started drilling. The next thing I needed to do was to cover the original hardware holes, since I'm going to be using different hardware now, along with other parts that had chunks of wood or veneer missing. I'm mixing this 2-part epoxy called Bando that dries hard, and it can be sanded in about 30 minutes once the two pastes are mixed. Make sure to work on a well-ventilated area anytime you use it, as it is pretty smelly, and wear gloves to avoid any skin contact. Now that all the cosmetical stuff is out of the way and the surface feels smooth, I can start sanding and doing a final wipe down before I can start priming. So I'm getting ready to prime using bean shellac based primer. This product is very effective if you want to block any stains or wood tannings, bleed through. Since I'm dealing with mahogany wood veneer, that type of veneer or wood tends to bleed quite a bit. So I want to block anything so it doesn't tint or mess with my overall finish here. This is a brand new can, so I already stirred it for like good 10 minutes. I'm gonna be spraying 2 coats. Apply this product at your own discretion. The recommendation is not to spray it, but I've sprayed it for years. I've never had any issues. So that's the plan. I'm gonna keep on spraying it because it saves just so much time. So let's get going. Pro tip here, always run your paint, primer, or top coat through a filter. This is going to remove all the lumps and clumps, and it will hopefully prevent your sprayer from clogging up so it can spray consistently. Once you apply primer, all the small dings that were missed or went unnoticed suddenly become very noticeable. So after I let it dry for 1 hour, I'll be going over those with wood filler. At the same time, I'll sand the entire surface until smooth, as primer can feel a bit grainy after that first coat. The glazing and spot putty is great for filling small areas. It also dries within 30 minutes. While I'm filling all of these out, I want to tell you that I've decided to go into a totally different direction with the tall dresser. Why, you might wonder? A few different reasons. One is that people these days don't buy entire bedroom sets. And another one is that I wanted to try something a little bit more playful and creative with a tall boy dresser. So look for the video in the near future. Here I'm applying a second coat of primer. I ended up applying a total of 3 coats. The surface is definitely starting to look and feel smoother right now. If you're new to the channel, my dog had emergency surgery a few months ago, and I've been refinishing furniture to pay that credit card off. Trying to minimize cost in supplies, I've been using paint colors I already have and I know that are good sellers. And black never disappoints. This can of paint is looking a little thicker than normal, so I added some more water than usual and stirred it well. I'm going to be spraying a total of 3 coats, waiting 1 hour in between each one, trying to avoid the base. If you guys remember, before I applied the primer, the front had mahogany veneer, which is a really red wood, and the sides, the legs, are made out of something completely different. I'm not even sure what they're made of. It's hardwood, but I just don't know the type exactly. I've decided that I still want to stain it. I still want to make it look like wood, but the way around that, if I had to prime it, was to apply Retique. This stuff is made out of wood fibers and it can be stained afterwards. It's going to give us that natural wood look that I'm aiming for. Let's get going. For the first coat of Retique, I'm brushing their light wood primer. One coat is usually enough. This one dries very fast, I would say half hour or so. For the second step, I'm also using a primer, but this is the color Barn Wood. It's a warm brown. I'm using a cheap bristle brush here, as I want my brush strokes to be obvious. They're what they're going to make this flat surface look like wood grain. So I'm brushing in the direction that actual wood grain would follow. And I think these brushes are like $1.50 or 60 cents right now at the store, so very, very cheap. They have all kinds of different stain colors depending on what look you want to achieve. I think I've used stain over these two products before, but today I'm just liking the contrast against the black, and I'm gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna be running high performance top coat from General Finishes through the filter, filling my Flexio 3500 sprayer. And I'm gonna be spraying a total of 3 coats. Yes, I'm gonna be putting the paint through the filter too. As you can see, I tinted the primer by adding a splash of paint here. This will give my finish a better chance at looking even and flawless, which is not always easy with black paint. I'm spraying 3 coats, waiting half hour in between, since things are drying pretty fast today. Because the top coat is tinted, I cover the bases with paper, but I will be applying a clear top coat to those. To finish this guy, we're gonna be adding some jewelry. I chose these bronze color pulls from Amazon. I'm also gonna be adding small cutout pieces of paper that has some maps on it. It looks vintage. I think it complements the look well. And here you have it. Our base looks like wood, while the rest is dressed in black. This guy could easily go for $700 or $800 in my area. Keep watching as I give you the breakdown of not just this transformation, but another I recently solved from a couple videos back. I'm just so excited because we're almost to the finish line and done paying that credit card balance off. Okay, do you guys remember this one from a couple videos back? I decided, sadly, to part with it because I hate credit card debt so much and it's important to pay it off in full. For this makeover, I worked with a brand that paid me to use their product along with the profit I made when I sold the chair. I was able to pay $600 more towards the credit card, which brought the outstanding balance down to $550. We're almost there, guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.